Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. The Board of Appeals Board is on session. Today is Thursday, March the 7th. It is 9:01 a.m. and we're calling this meeting to order. The first thing on the agenda is to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Can you please stand? Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next item is the public comments. We have someone here in public, so we don't know if we first address the public and see if there's any.
But I think you're scheduled.
No, he's not.
Yeah. They're he's scheduled.
He's on the agenda, but he needs to be sworn in.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, so then we're going to go into consent calendar.
Yep.
Testing. Consent calendar? Okay. Have you reviewed the consent calendar, everybody? Do you have any changes or anything that we need to, or can we have a motion to approve the consent calendar as written?
I move that we approve the consent calendar.
I second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? None. All righty, so we're going into 4B 10496, consideration to postpone hearing for core products.
Well, that we already.
So now we'll start with the hearings.
Hearings are done.
Oh, the consent calendar is all that, so we don't have.
That was in.
We're going to the hearings. Okay, thank you. Hearings, 5A 10501, hearing for Direct TV LLC 23R005. It seems like we have someone here to present that, so.
Was it withdrawn, Sarah?
Withdrawn?
Said here on mine, withdrawn. The record should reflect that it was withdrawn March 4th.
Okay. Let it be reflected that the hearing for Direct TV LLC 23R005 is withdrawn as recorded on 3/4/24. Moving on. 5B 10505, hearing to consider request by Eric Mendoza, agent on behalf of Jared Goodrich, representing GAHC4 Madera CASH LLC. I believe that is the Cedar Creek. Is that correct? To accept the assessment appeal application determined to be invalid and returned by the clerk for the board's office. Sarah?
So can I please get Eric Mendoza to stand at the dais, please, at the podium? Yes. And can you turn on the mic for me, please?
Push the
Should
button.
be a little button that says push in front of your mic.
Right there, yeah.
Right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Eric Mendoza, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Thank you. Please sign the oath and return to me at the end of the hearing.
Will do.
Do you, Brian, do so solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Although I don't think you're going to have anything to say. Train, Cooper, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Alrighty. So Eric, you're here in behalf of the GAHC4. You want to tell us what's going on?
Correct. Yeah. So, morning board. We were informed by a client we received through an acquisition of another company. They informed us to file on a property they deemed to have issues in the middle of November. So at this time, as you know, it's only 2 weeks away from the November 30th deadline. We had to file with no data, no information in our system that we use at Ryan LLC. So I took it upon myself to do the proper research and fill out the appeal application for the 2023 tax year. And as you've probably noticed, it is handwritten. I had used a source I deemed historically reliable, known as RealQuest. And unknowingly, I had not realized that RealQuest still displayed the assessment values pertaining to 2022. At that time, I proceeded to fill out this 2023 appeal application with the incorrect values. And in good faith, I timely filed and sent in to Sarah Anderson on November 29th. And again, unknowingly, I had submitted incorrect values. And this is when Sarah Anderson contacted me in January, notifying me of the notice of invalid application. So this morning, I'm here today to request that the Assessment Appeals Board please, number one, accept and reinstate this appeal. And to number two, please allow me or whomever it may be to amend the values on the appeal application that I had submitted to reflect the correct 2023 land and improvement assessment values.
With that statement of good cause, I was wondering if you'd like to make a motion to accept the restatement correction.
Is there another side to this at all?
There was no opposition.
Oh, no opposition, okay.
Well, I'm not sure. I would like to know more about when you received this request and why were you told so late in the game?
So we were told on November 13th.
Do you have anything in writing or anything that you could show us that that came to you late?
Not with me, but the reason why this occurred was because Ryan LLC had recently acquired the company known as Paradigm, and this client originally belonged to them. So in this acquisition, as smooth as we try to make it be, this was a late inquiry. And as you know, Ryan LLC, we file thousands of applications. So I took it upon myself to handwrite this application, which is when I mailed it out on November 29th.
And you inadvertently used the incorrect year's values?
I used what was displayed on RealQuest because that's a source I deemed reliable at the time.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a motion that we want to go ahead and consider reinstating the GAHC4 from what was said?
Can we amend that to that? Or,
We need a motion.
okay, I'll so move.
Okay. For the first, do we have a second?
Could you restate that? Sorry.
Okay. What she said, except that we
Reinstate.
approve the
Okay, to approve
That
the
updated?
application, but it will be
with the
amended.
current- Yeah, with the appropriate.
It's
Yeah.
been amended. So
Oh.
to clarify, the request is to accept the reinstatement of the appeal with the amended valuation. So he put the corrections on that application in red. So the original submittal is the black ink, and then the corrected ink values he put in red. Can you confer with that, please, Eric?
Can confirm I also have a copy if you would like to see.
Um,
You were each provided a copy in your board packet.
Yes.
yeah, we don't have the board packet with us. That's unfortunate. So, I mean, I saw it. I'm just concerned, what does our clerk say about this before we go forward?
The decision is yours. I put my reasonings on the board letter, the facts as they occurred. And so it's, at this point, it's at your discretion.
And at this point, it would go to the assessor's office for review. Is that correct?
So once the application is accepted, I will assign it an appeal number. I will forward it on to the assessor's office, and then we can go from there. However, you do have the option to set the appeal hearing now for a future date.
That's what I do.
I would second the motion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So for the record, the motion is to accept the restated motion and process it
Yes.
upon the showing of good cause that's been presented. So he doesn't have due date problems.
I so move.
Do we need to put a date on that now, or should we, is that a second motion?
No, you can include to set the hearing for, my recommendation would be September 5th, because that's the next meeting. That's where you just continued all the other hearings to.
And that would be, give you plenty of time to submit everything.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have a motion to accept the reinstatement. Will be hearing on September the 7th, 5th, excuse me, September 5th. And we have a motion
I make a motion to
to accept it.
set that for September 5th.
I second.
So we have first, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, so Eric, you have till then, and you get in contact with the clerk and make sure you have all the paperwork you need to submit at the proper time.
Yes, ma'am.
He will get an official hearing notice
Okay,
from me.
and make sure you get those copies.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, board.
You're
And thank you, Sarah.
All right, moving to the next thing will be the stipulations of excess value. 6A 10503, consideration of approval for the stipulation of assessed value or HSE California Madera, I guess that's CA, Madera LLC 23R007 for a total assessed value of 500,002. 500,002.
Dollars.
I don't know where that came from, but
You got,
anyway, do we have to talk to the appraisers
Yeah.
here? There you go, Brian.
Mm-mm. Do you have a green light on?
Not all.
We'll talk a little closer. It's not working.
Uh-oh.
Everything's on, so
Oh, no.
here, we're gonna literally, and the whole room is open now.
Any better? There we go.
Yeah, got it.
new computers.
Okay.
Oops.
Brian Glover, Deputy Assessor, Real Property for the Assessor's Office. The building in question is an old, longtime vacant bank branch in downtown Madera. The property owner hasn't had much luck renting it out. I apologize, I don't remember the bank that was in there last off the
Was that
top of.
city with the
Yeah,
corner
I
of Lake
believe it
and?
was City. It used to be Guaranteed Savings
Right,
before that. Their lease, they had a long-term lease that expired, so the property owner hasn't been receiving income on the property for a couple of years. That building type doesn't seem to be in demand in that area right now, so we're recommending lowering the value, just to reflect the reality of him being able to rent that building out in the near future.
all right. So are they okay with that price?
Yeah.
Okay. So do we have a motion to move this consideration?
I move that we approve the stipulation of assessed value for HSE DA Madera LLC 237007. Total assessed value of $500,002.
We have a
I,
motion,
I second that.
have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. Non-hearing matters for discussion and directions. 10508, discussion and consideration of approval to cancel assessment appeal board meetings on April 4th and 2024 and May 2nd, 2024. Do we need to talk to the appraisers? It looks like it's probably kind of,
So I have no hearings scheduled for next month, and it's too late to notice anyone for that anyway. And then personally, I have a scheduling conflict. I won't be here, so I'm requesting that day off.
dang, dang.
I'm moving. I bought a house.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Pay your tax assessment.
But anyway, so I won't be here that day. And I don't have we don't plan to notice anyone for that. Everyone, going forward, I think we're slating for September 5th.
Yeah, that time of the year is also our busy year as we finish up turning the tax rolls, so it's better for us if we take those couple of months off.
Perfect. Okay, so do we have a motion to cancel this assessment appeal meetings on April 4th and May 2nd?
I so move.
I second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. Okay. So that's it. Staff reports and agenda requests, which we already talked about. Anything else that the appraisers need to tell us? Be aware of?
No, not at this time.
Thank you. Okay, I call this meeting adjourned.